Welcome to a presentation by Bimser International. In this video, you will learn about QDMS, our quality management system. QDMS allows companies to manage their documentation, their customer complaints, their actions, their audit activities, and many more system processes in a single platform. The product was born in the new millennium, and it was built by engineers working in the quality area, so the product offers everything you might need to manage your company in terms of quality. These are the topics covered in this presentation. First, some product features to get an idea of what QDMS can do, then some of the benefits it provides, a brief overview of the technical properties of the product and the minimum system requirements, the different modules of the product, a solution map, the industries that can benefit from using QDMS, and finally some of our references. With QDMS, you can ensure you are meeting the requirements of a quality standard. For example, QDMS can help you maintain your ISO 9001 certification, the ISO 14001 if you're trying to minimize the negative impact on the environment, or the ISO 27001 if you want to meet information security requirements. Regarding the infrastructure, QDMS is web-based, so the setup of the product and the later use of it are performed via a web browser. QDMS offers many different modules, but the infrastructure remains the same to make it easier for the users to interact with the system. Also, the modules can work independently from one another. This means that depending on the company's needs, they can request access only to certain modules. In terms of integration, QDMS integrates easily with other applications such as SAP, Oracle, or other ERP or CRM solutions. For example, one option would be to integrate QDMS with the corporate solutions that the companies are currently using. QDMS can be rapidly implemented. Even when you don't possess any coding skills, you can still build processes in QDMS and adapt them to changing conditions and requirements. The product needs minimum IT support as it is internet-based, and server installations are sufficient for version upgrades. Remember that we are working with the business department, not the IT department. Regarding the data, QDMS keeps the company's data organized. Folders, files, and documents will be stored in a single platform instead of being scattered throughout the employees' computers. QDMS provides easy access to the information. You can use the filtering option within groups and categories and the full text searching feature within the document body. In terms of access, users can access the system anywhere through a web browser or by installing our mobile application available for Android and iOS. As for the usability, QDMS is very user-friendly. It is really easy to use. The user interface is simple and consistent throughout every single module. Once you get the feeling of how one module works, you can extrapolate that knowledge to the rest of the system. Starting a new activity, such as preparing a new document for upload, entering a customer complaint, or opening a CAPA, require employees to follow a series of steps. But once those activities have been initiated, the following actions like verification, approvals, or progress reports can be performed incredibly fast, even via email. Whenever a user needs to complete a task, such as review or approve a document, they will be notified via email. Also, QDMS will add the tasks in the home screen for quick access. Another interesting thing about the notification system in place is that there is a configurable warning and escalation mechanism. What this means is that if, for example, a user creates a document that needs to be approved, but the team leader hasn't done it in, let's say, 3 days, a warning email will be sent to the next person in charge to find out what is going on. Some other features that are worth mentioning are, for example, the fact that the access to the system is restricted based on login and the authorizations given to the users, that you can assign tasks based on roles, so if someone gets promoted or leaves the company, the role remains intact. Also, that QDMS includes a reporting tool in every module with graphical support, so you can analyze the information in the system. And finally, just mention that QDMS is multilingual. Let's continue learning about the benefits of using QDMS. A product that has these many features certainly provides lots of benefits to companies. First of all, localizing the quality management under one single platform will bring departments and locations closer together. Managers will be able to keep track of all the operations related to quality, and the company will be more prepared in future audits. Also, QDMS can help you automate processes we can help you eliminate all the tedious tasks you're currently doing manually, and as a result, you'll not only be saving time, but also be less prone to making mistakes. You'll be able to prepare, review, and distribute documents faster. The communication will flow better thanks to the email integration present in the product. So in essence, you'll be saving a lot of time and money by using QDMS. QDMS is a 100% web-based application developed in the Microsoft ASP.NET environment using C#. Users can access the system both through web browsers and mobile applications. The information and the activities present in the system are recorded in a database, and it is possible to analyze them with our reporting tool. Every new activity triggers a notification to be sent to the pertinent user via email. QDMS can be integrated with all SMTP POP3 compatible mailing systems. On this slide, you can examine the system requirements needed for implementation in terms of CPU, RAM, the operating system, the framework and database used, and the gigabytes QDMS requires. QDMS was built as a quality document management system, and that is the module on the top left. But the functionality of QDMS has widened over time, giving way to all these modules you see on the slide. The document management module is the basis. It's the core of QDMS. With this module, users can upload and transfer documents to the system or access the existing documents. They can also create new ones, review and revise them, distribute them, delete them, and every task, activity, or process is monitored thanks to the workflow capability in QDMS. There is also a module to manage customer complaints. These complaints can be both internal and external, which means that it is possible to get the feedback from employees, but also from customers or suppliers. CAPA stands for Corrective and Preventive Actions, and with this module, companies can identify non-conformities and opportunities for improvement, and they can develop a plan to take care of them. With the Audit Management module, companies can create audit plans and send, for example, an employee to perform an internal audit. The Action Management module can help companies keep track of tasks, meetings, projects, assigning actions to the users of the system. The next module is the Survey one. With it, you can create a survey within minutes, distribute it internally or externally, and collect feedback from employees and customers. There is also a module to manage the trainings, whether they are in-house or not. It is possible to enter detailed information about those trainings, such as sessions, trainers, attendance, or locations. The system automatically sends emails to the people who are supposed to attend the training, and once it is over, we can generate reports with the results of that training. The calibration module allows companies to monitor internal and external calibrations by creating work orders. For example, if one of the devices defined in the system needs to be calibrated every 6 months, it is possible to associate that device to a periodic work order. When we are getting close to the end of those 6 months, the system will send reminders to the person responsible for that process. There is also a module to identify, measure, and monitor the company's impact on the environment, allowing you to create action plans. Environment forms can be connected with legal requirements, and once the identified data is entered into this form, the system can automatically calculate the magnitude of the environmental dimensions. According to the results, integration with modules such as Document, CAPA, or Action Management might be needed to take action. The system can generate environment assessment forms to be analyzed too. The Health and Safety Risks module has a similar functionality, but instead of monitoring the impact on the environment, it is meant to monitor the dangers that are likely to occur in terms of occupational health and safety during business activities. The same way, companies can also manage the IT asset risk. Finally, QDMS also provides a Process Risk Management module to manage process performance indicators with information retrieved by the system. The following slides give more information about some of these modules. Starting with the Document Management module, users can create or upload documents in different formats, such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, and those documents, once they have been reviewed, revised, and approved, will be published. Until they are approved, they will remain as drafts or templates, and the rest of the users won't have access to them. Every movement is going to be recorded in the system, so you can monitor the activities. It is worth mentioning that QDMS supports the versioning of documents, so when a user modifies a document, the revision number will increase, and the previous document will be moved to the archive. You can also take action in terms of the retention of documents with the Quality Records Management tool. You might decide you want to keep records of the last 5 years on the archive, but delete older versions. The access to the documents is restricted based on authorizations, so maybe a user can only access team or their department folder, or maybe they have permissions to read the documents but not to edit them. If, for example, you create a document and you want to distribute it to get some feedback, you can introduce a link to that specific document in your mail body so the recipients can click on the link and access the document without having to enter the system. That email is possible thanks to the notification system in place in QDMS. Every time a user is required to read a document, revise, or approve it, they will be getting an email, and also that task will be added to their home screen for quick access. Typically, users will distribute documents electronically, but just in case there are distribution points you cannot reach that way, QDMS offers a controlled copy functionality which enables the follow-up and reporting of hard copies. Another interesting feature that QDMS offers throughout its modules is a reporting tool. In the case of the Document Management module, it allows users to list all the documents that follow certain criteria. For example, you could list every single document in the system, list only the documents to be read, list the documents that are waiting to be approved, list the documents that have been rejected, and it also generates reports from the information registered in the system, such as how much time it takes someone to a document or the status of the documents. Apart from the filtering option, users can also search for documents or specific content via keywords. The next module takes care of the customer complaints, both internal and external. The internal complaints come from the employees, and the external ones come from customers and suppliers. QDMS offers templates for both scenarios. It is possible to integrate QDMS with portals to transfer the complaints directly into the system. Another option would be to have someone take a look at the different complaints to make sure they are reasonable before entering them into the system. Once the complaints are confirmed, they can be classified into different categories and then converted into corrections or CAPAs. The former option starts a task in the Action Management module to eliminate the nonconformity, and the latter starts a CAPA to eliminate the cause of the nonconformity. The employees responsible for those actions will receive notifications via email, and they will be directed to the action they need to perform. Once the action is completed, the customer complaint will be closed, and just like in every module, users can access graphics and reports to track those complaints. The CAPA module is where the nonconformities and opportunities for improvement are followed up. This module can be integrated with the customer complaints and the audit management modules, which means that users can start CAPAs after examining a customer complaint or performing an audit. Once a nonconformity or incident is detected, one or more users evaluate the situation and determine the need for action and the level of action required. If they need to open a CAPA, they will enter information such as the source that identified the problem, they will classify the nonconformity, they will set who will be notified and the team responsible for solving the problem. When the CAPA is created, the solution team will perform a root cause analysis and start taking action. Again, it is possible to follow up the status of the CAPAs thanks to the reporting tool. To maintain quality certifications, companies have to submit to internal and external audits. With the Audit Management module, you can manage all your audit activities. For example, an employee can be assigned the task of performing an internal audit. He or she will be given an audit plan to follow, with all the questions that need to be asked. For every question, the auditor will record the answers and, if available, provide the score. If a major unsuitability is detected, the auditor can open a CAPA directly. In case of a minor unsuitability, a simple action would suffice. Once those actions are completed, the audit can be closed and it will be possible to generate a report automatically. The module dedicated to corrective and preventive actions focuses on eliminating the cause of a detected or potential nonconformity, whereas the action management module can be used to eliminate not the cause but the detected nonconformity itself, to make corrections. This module can also be used to track different types of actions, like the ones related to meetings, project plans, or daily tasks. Every task in the system is monitored, being possible to know who is responsible for a certain task and how much time it takes them to complete those tasks, the start and due dates of those tasks, which ones have been completed or which ones are delayed. Actions can be part of a plan, they can be private or public, and they can be one-time or periodic actions. The survey module available in QDMS allows companies to create surveys, distribute them, and get feedback faster than ever. Companies might want to create an in-house survey to get an idea, for example, of the employee satisfaction or the cafeteria satisfaction, but they might also want to get feedback from customers. This module can be used in both scenarios. The identity of the participants is confidential, so both employees and customers can give their honest opinion. The participants will be notified via email, and the body of the message will include the link to fill the survey. Within minutes, you can create a survey and add different types of questions. For example, you can include rating scale questions like using a scale from 1 to 5, where 1 means strongly agree and 5 means strongly disagree. How much do you agree or disagree with the following statement? You could also include multiple choice questions, dichotomous questions, or open-ended questions to your survey. Giving scores to the different answers allows companies to instantly get an idea of the results. With QDMS, it is possible to generate reports with those results automatically and observe, for example, in a graph, the distribution of the answers. Also, the survey module supports version control, so companies can track how the surveys evolve. In this presentation, I've only covered the most significant modules, but here on this table, you can get an idea of all the tasks you can perform using QDMS. You can see that they are organized by standard, and these are just some examples. Companies can use QDMS to manage quality following a different standard, such as SQF, which is relevant in the food industry. There are many industries that can benefit from QDMS, and this slide shows a list of industries where the product can be relevant: energy, banking, textile, logistics, hospitality, construction, and many others. On this last slide, you can see some of our references. Here we have included well-known companies like Renault, MAN, BP, or Carrefour, but we also have customers in the small and mid-market space.